Now going over to the business blunder of the day of Subaru and Sirius XM putting pop-up ads on the infotainment system, annoying the hell out of customers. Now this is brought to us thanks to Caleb Jacobs over at thedrive.com. And they say, quote, Subaru owners are ticked about a in-car pop-up ads for Sirius XM. Several are going as far as notifying the feds by filing complaints with the NHTSA. Now you can see the interior of a Subaru vehicle with a disgusting iPad-sized screen in the middle, which I find abhorrent because cars are meant to be driven and enjoyed, not to watch a movie in. But again, that's just me. I know a lot of people like their infotainment systems with all the buttons and crap, or actually lack their buttons, the touch buttons, which drive me crazy. Now, they say, quote, marketers know no bounds. I was just reminiscing yesterday about how nice it was not to get targeted ads all the time. 10-year-old me watching many of the Life Alert commercials on the Game Show Network as any senior citizen. Nowadays, you can't escape them, not even in your car. I've written about the Stellantis brands doing this twice already, 2025. This time, Subaru is sending pop-up ads for Sirius XM owners' infotainment screens, which there you see. They say the Autotopian ran a story on the egregious push notifications, and it only took a short search to find more examples. It happened right around Thanksgiving as the promotion urged drivers to enjoy Sirius XM free through December 1st. This day has come and gone, but not before it angered a bunch of Subaru owners. Yeah, someone saying, quote, I got the Sirius XM ad a few times over the last couple of years. The caption read on Reddit threads, the last time was the final start. I almost wrecked because of it. My entire infotainment screen changed, which caused me to take my eye off the road. Since I was doing 55 miles per hour in winter, I swerved a bit and slid and almost went off into a ditch. Something that would not have happened if the ad had not popped up unexpectedly. They continue saying, quote, this is unacceptable. It needs to be stopped. I am out. I opt out. A direct request to Subaru to stop all movement advertising immediately. I'm inclined, unquote. They say I'm inclined to agree with these changes on the screen while driving are unnecessary distraction. Plenty of cars won't let you navigate the settings and menus when in motion for the same reason. Whether or not it would cause you to veer off the road is entirely the point. It's the fact that when larger screens are larger and larger, they command your attention when they perhaps shouldn't. They say at least one 2024 Subaru Crosstrek owner reported that the pop-up took over their screen even though they were using Apple CarPlay. To force close an application that's in use solely for the sake of in-car advertising is especially egregious. And you can see more examples. The Subaru pop-ups for the Sirius XM, an especially useless service. A great Texas company. Now, they say, quote, the drive reached out to Subaru for comment for marketing tactics. A company spokesman said, we will discuss these messages in an upcoming meeting and will always consider customer feedback. This is the first we've heard of this issue. Really? I doubt that. Those messages only occur twice a year, around Memorial Day and Thanksgiving, to alert customers that all channels are available to them for about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a promo. They say Reddit posts date back to 2023 show owners complaining about the in-car infotainment systems. And you can see more of those annoying things. I said it before with my story of Stellantis infotainment ads, and I'll say it again. This will likely get worse. Car companies and their partners have this type of access, and if you think they won't use it to potentially make more money, you might be a tad optimistic. If an automaker will make a film about how much data they collect, then they certainly won't be above flashing an exclusive discount for special customers when it's time to juice the year-end sales numbers. Which, yeah. This is yet another reason I would really not any new modern car. If I grow my tech company exponentially, I would love I would love to get a new Porsche 911 Turbo S that could hit over 200 miles per hour in this cool green color with a stick shift. I would love that. I would. With all the tech they cram into these shitty vehicles, I mean, that's the only modern new vehicle I would want. And even then, bang for your buck, I kind of would like a 2009 Porsche Cayman S with a stick shift, obviously. That's so old, it's got the pull handle for actual rear brakes, which I would argue is a lot better than the stupid new ones where you just use a button. And this is one of the reasons, many reasons I hate these stupid infotainment screens, especially egregious. They put the stupid heated seat button in some of these. Some of these, it's a sub-menu item. So you gotta click like 3 buttons on touchscreen if you want to heat up your seats. That is so stupid and asinine. Thank God Honda isn't so stupid. They actually have a physical button. You can slam that sucker and get that heated seat turned on. Perhaps the only useful, good modern tech I like in a vehicle. Granted, it was introduced in the 60s via Cadillac, so you could debate, is it really modern? For mass adoption, you could argue that, though. And they're right, this will only get worse and worse, because these automakers, they don't make a lot of money on cars. there's a huge disconnect. American consumers especially think car companies, car dealers are very greedy. They actually make most of their money on financing, not the actual vehicle. I mean, there used to be a joke in the auto community that dealerships were just banks that happen to sell cars. Because again, most of the profit is coming from the actual sale, the financing. Or again, nowadays it's 7 to 10% for a freaking car loan. That's insane in and of itself. But they're trying to find a way to make more and more money per vehicle, especially the legacy automotive companies that, again, they're not doing great profit-wise. Subaru, bless their heart, they make some really great vehicles. They should make the WRX STI again. They can't because of terrible EU emissions regulations, yada, yada, yada. Again, they're trying to figure out how can we make more money on these vehicles when, again, the cost of vehicles are going up because the cost of goods sold, well, labor as well as the cost of materials, and consumers are not happy. A new car, the average new car sold in the United States sold for like $50,000 in 2025, a comically egregious amount of money. So they're not going to they won't be able to push that much more profit in terms of increasing the cost of this car sold. But subscriptions, these stupid pop-up ads are very lucrative. And I'm pretty pessimistic in terms of, will they stop? Probably not. The same reason that cable companies, when you call them to complain, they'll offer an upsell to you. You call those people at Comcast to try to cancel something. They'll say, oh yeah, by the way, would you like to buy DirecTV or yada yada? They do it because, what was it, like 12% of the time it works. And the consumer will be like, you know what? I won't cancel and I will buy more crap from you. It's, again, you and I might think it's the dumbest thing on the planet, but statistically speaking, it works enough for time for them to keep doing it, and they make more money doing it. Again, there's a lot of people complaining. I think it's especially egregious when you're in motion with the vehicle. Again, it would drive me crazy if you just turned it on and you had to wait for an ad. I would rip that infotainment out like that. I wouldn't accept that. Again, I kind of think cars kind of peaked in the 2000 era. You got enough tech where you can connect it, some music via Bluetooth, maybe slap in a CD, heated seats. Still had a nice pull handle, emergency brake. To me, that's as much as you need. But maybe connect a phone for an infotainment where it mirrors your phone. But this, again, get too much tech, and now it's to the point where they're doing these pop-up ads. And I guarantee you, enough people say yes to this. Again, it blows my mind people pay for media like Sirius XM. Got awesome content like this, a topping show for free, or best offer. Give me a thumbs up. That's good. I'll take a thumbs up. But all seriousness, maybe there will be some lawsuits where I'm trying to think of like how this might end. If there's some lawsuits that show you increase the odds of crash with pop-up ads while the vehicle is in motion, maybe these might stop. However, they'll probably just move the ad, so when you start your vehicle, before you can move, you gotta watch an ad, which sounds like something out of Black Mirror, but I think very well might just be the future. And Subaru has a pretty good customer relationship in terms of a lot of people love Subaru, especially if you got snow in your region. Subaru is known for having all-wheel drive, great commuting vehicle for the snowy areas. Got a cult following. They make some really cool things. I would love to win the lottery and buy, well, now vintage WRX STI. Again, turbocharged, a turbocharged engine with that good old stick shift, big old Brembo brakes. It's an awesome vehicle. Not the most reliable, but nevertheless, they make some great stuff. And again, this kind of chisels away that perceived innocence of a brand. You expect this shit from Stellantis. Geez Louise, that abomination. They're somehow still in business. I'm impressed by that very fact alone. But to me, and let me know in the comments, Subaru has a different feeling. It's not it's not as big as Toyota or Honda. But they always try it hard. They make pretty good stuff. And this just feels kind of scummy and scammy. This is what General Motors did when they had their OnStar thing back in the day. And Lord knows they do it even more now with all the plugins they have with their stuff. So I think, especially because it's Subaru, I gotta say them. And again, it's also because Sirius XM, it's not just Subaru doing this. I gotta say, both Subaru and Sirius XM, you are certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get 6,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback. Let me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone, everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.